Sir, we'll start now.
Okay, ma'am. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So, shall we start?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, good morning to all participants and speaker of today's session and my dear colleagues. On behalf of organizing committee, I, Dr. Subhash Ramchandra Ende, welcome you all in fourth day of this AICT sponsored short-term training program on to train the trainer for entrepreneurship development in the field of pharmaceutics, which is all organized by Gurunanak College of Pharmacy, Nagpur. Today we have three sessions, and for first session, we are very much delighted and fortunate to have a person who is having sound academic as well as research record, and that is Dr. Nilesh S. Ugemuge. Dr. Nilesh sir is having two PhD on his record. One is in physics after completion of his MSc, and another is in management from RTM Nagpur University, Nagpur. Because of his key interest in field of management, he has completed postgraduate diploma in human resource management with first rank from Mahatma Gandhi Labour Institute, Ahmedabad, Gujarat. Further, he has MA in economics, MA in public administration, MSW, that is Master in Social Work, B.Ed, Bachelor of Education, and DVM and CVM, that is Certificate and Diploma course in Vedic Mathematics in his record. The notable credential of Dr. Nilesh is that he has qualified 7-time UGC NET examination in the field of management and social work, and also cleared SET examination in social work. Currently, Dr. Nilesh is working as assistant professor in Department of Physics at Anand Niketan College, Anandvan, Varora, District Chandrapur. Before joining this prestigious institute, Dr. Nilesh has worked as a head of Department of Applied Physics in Priyadarshini College of Engineering, Nagpur. Also, he worked as a faculty advisor, ISTE student chapter, PCE, and coordinator remote center, IIT Bombay PCE for ISTE workshop under NMEICT MHRD Government of India. Along with teaching, presently he is SPOC for NPTEL and SWAYAM. His area of interest is training and research aptitude, human resource management, industrial relation, labor welfare, condensed matter physics, and luminescence. Dr. Nilesh has published 15 books and edited 30 plus books for Berhanpur University, Utkal University, Bharati Vidyapit, and Uttarakhand Open University with HPH and DNA publication. Also published monograph with IGI Global USA. He has published several research papers in various referred international journal and conferences, and work as a reviewer for various international journals and on editorial board of DNA publication. He is an impaneled trainer at MCED for Entrepreneurship Development Program. He is also associated with various professional bodies like Indian Society for Technical Education, Luminescence Society of India, International Association of Engineers, Shikshan Sanstha Utthan Nyas. So, with this brief bias statement, I welcome and invite Dr. Nilesh Ugemuge sir for his talk on leadership, teamwork, and motivation, key for successful entrepreneur. Please, sir, over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Ende sir, for giving brief introduction of mine. I don't know, am I really capable of delivering this session, or up to what extent I will be able to deliver a session on topic like leadership, motivation, and teamwork for successful entrepreneurs. And dear friends, really it is my privilege to deliver session with eminent faculties like you all. So for inviting me, I really thankful to Gurunanak College of Pharmacy, as well as Principal Sir Bodankar ma'am for inviting me, and Ende sir for giving me a brief introductions. So, dear friends, when we are talking about three terms like a leadership, motivation, and teamwork, so really these three terms is of great importance. We cannot imagine a life of teachers, life of trainers, life of entrepreneurs without these three terms. And I will try at my level best how we can take more benefit from these all aspects. There are certain limitations. I cannot show you variety of videos which are related with these three, but I will just try to put what are my opinions on these particular topics, and that are really important to become an entrepreneurs. So just I would like to start my session with presentation. Let's just a minute. So, as today's topic is already the topic is disclosed here, the motivation, leadership, and teamwork. And these are the keys for successful entrepreneurship, not only for the successful entrepreneurship, but for the teacher as well. And as we know, dear friends, when we are dealing with students, so we have to face a lot of challenges. We have to put like we have to throw a lot of career options to the students, how they become good in their career, how they can become entrepreneur as well. So it is not only our responsibility to become ourselves as an entrepreneur, but we want to make our students as an entrepreneur. So with this motive, I would like to share my thoughts, views on entrepreneurship. Yeah. So whenever we are talking about entrepreneurship, then really we know we want to create the wealth. Everyone want to create the wealth in anyone's life and all like that. So I will again highlight some of the aspects related to the creation of wealth. So dear friends, before going to proceed, most of the beginning, I would like to say सिकंदर हालात के आगे नहीं झुकता, सिकंदर हालात के आगे नहीं झुकता, तारा टूट भी जाए जमीन पर नहीं गिरता। अरे गिरते हैं हजारों दरिया समुंदर में, अरे गिरते हैं हजारों दरिया समुंदर में, पर कभी कोई समुंदर किसी दरिया में नहीं गिरता। सो दोस्तों, आपको इसी के साथ ये एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप के जर्नी के लिए मैं आपको शुभकामनाएं देता हूँ। आई रियली give you best luck, all the best for your journey of entrepreneurship. Now teacher turned to entrepreneurship. So what I am today as well, so that I would like to again wish you all the best for this. And again, one thing let me clear in a very first slide of my presentation. So I'm not going to teach you anything. So I'm just trying to help you to just whatever you have, whatever everyone has, some of the concepts or the most of the concepts you know, but I will just try to brush up it, not more than that. So that is why just I would like to confess, I'm not going to give you new thing. Simply whatever the things which are within you, that just I am trying to come out of it. So that is what my yes opinion or the objective of today's session. So, as we see the outline of session, so role of motivation, leadership, and teamwork. So, dear friends, these three terms really important in life of entrepreneurship. Whenever we are trying to enter into domain of entrepreneurship, then we know if we are not motivating, then why to go for entrepreneurship? We are happy with what we are. We are teachers. We are getting salary. We are spending our 10 to 5 times like that, 7 hours, 8 hours as per the requirement. So, but still, if we have certain instinct or the killing instinct to to have something in life, and that is what we call as a motivation to do something rather than what we have now. If we have a motivation, then what we require a leadership to start that particular kind of venture. So if we are not leading the things for what we are motivating, then that is not of use, and that is why we require a leadership. And again, dear friends, as we know, when we are working with academic institutions, so those who are leading, so then we know how they are performing in their life, and those who are just working just like a manager, as you know what like our management gives, or the what principal or the head of the department gives the role that we are performing. So they are only doing what exactly the expectation of institutions only. But those who are leading, those who are showing the role of leadership, they are going beyond the expectations of the institutions, going beyond the expectations of the principals or the directors or the head of the departments and all. So that is why, my dear friends, leadership is most important. If we are having a great leadership, but if we are unable to have a great team, then definitely we are not getting any kind of synergic effect. And really, for getting a great success in life, we require a teamwork, and teamwork gives you synergic effect. When I learned my MBA from Ahmedabad, at that moment we learn that there is a requirement of synergy. We are not talking about the teamwork only by numbers, but what we want expect, or what we expect from the team, we expect from a team as a synergic effect. As we know, if there is a team of 5 people, they can have, or they can give you the output of 10 people, and that is what kind of benefit we are getting from the teamwork. Now, dear friends, by using these three terminologies, we are going to enter, or we are entering into the domain of entrepreneurship. And as we know, when we are entering into the domain of entrepreneurship, then at that moment we have to manage financials, or we have to manage a financial management. That is what really important, because we have to borrow some money from the market, we have to borrow some money from the banks in terms of loan, and then we need to manage that money to create a wealth. So at that moment, how to manage our financial. So that is what, again, I may be sharing some of the thought. Then again, as we know, when we are entering into the domain of entrepreneurship, we have to develop a product. So how to develop a product, or the processes, and again, last aspects. So once we have developed a product, then there is a role of marketing management. There are so many things like operation management, and then like as we know, there are production management. There are variety of the fields which are related in entrepreneurship. So but still, just there is a demarcation or the limitation of time. So within these limitations, I will be trying to share my views on these all aspects. So again, dear friends, when we are talking about leadership, then we know leaderships, or the leaderships means leaders, those who support to their followers. And leaders don't create followers. Leader creates a leader. So that is what we have to accept it, and we have to create it. We don't have to create our followers only, like a politicians, as we know what they are doing. They want to be continue as a leader themselves only. They don't want to create their followers as a leader. Then again, the motivation, as I talk in my previous slide, how it is integrated with the term leadership. Then the goals. So once we are having appropriate leadership, then we can reach to the goals. Whatever our short-term goals, long-term goals, or the mid-term goals that we can achieve with a great leadership. Then the success, as we know. So it is also the output of the leadership. Then the contribution to the development of organization, contribute to the development of ourselves or the personal development, as we know the teamwork, how teamwork is related. So here simply we can see this teamwork, leadership, and motivation are integrated with each other. Without these three aspects, we cannot imagine the success of any of the organizations. So with this, I would like to proceed to the slides of entrepreneur. As we know, dear friends, when we are entering into domain of entrepreneurs or the entrepreneurship, so we have to be open-minded. We must have a positive attitude. Our vision must be to create a profit, to create a product, to create a greater kind of services. And there is the role of, or the principal role of entrepreneur is to maximize the profit. So that is what the principal role of any of the entrepreneur. So we have to think, and for that, again, we have to create a competition. We have to compete with the market, what kind of products already existed in market. So we have to compete with that product, how to give better quality in a cheaper price. तो ये बहुत सारी चीजें हैं जिसके बारे में अपने को सोचना है एक एंटरप्रेन्योर के। अगर एक मिक्सिंग ऑफ वर्ड्स देखते हैं तो वी कांट इमेजिन हाउ मेनी थिंग्स रिक्वायर्ड टू बिकम एंटरप्रेन्योर। तो ये सारी चीजें जब अपन में डालेंगे, जब अपन अपना एक ग्रूमिंग करेंगे बाय मीन्स ऑफ ट्रेनिंग, because as we know, dear friends, three words, my favorite term is the KSAs, that we call as the knowledge, skills, and attitude. So dear friends, as we know, we are coming from academic domain. We learn a lot in our life during our graduations, post graduation, doctorate, and all like that. But still there is a requirement of skills, and that kind of the skills we can get only through the training. And that is why really, my dear friends, I would like to suggest you just do maximum training in your life. So maximum time, just try to go to IIT, try to go to EDII, Entrepreneurship Development Institute Ahmedabad, try to go to IIMs, try to go to triple ITs, and just try to take trainings from the faculties, those who are working. Because if we are talking, if we are thinking about the faculty of national institutes of importance like IITs, IIMs, and all, they are not only stick to the teaching what we are doing. Only we are means most of the faculty, what we are doing exactly, we are stick to syllabus. We want to finish syllabus, we want to get our students pass. But really, if we want to become a leader, if we want to create our students as an entrepreneur, then what we need to do, we have to think just like IITN, the faculties from the IITNs, or the faculties from the NIT, faculties from the IIM. What they are doing, they are playing lot of roles. They are consultant, they are entrepreneurs, they are faculty, they are trainer. So why not we? What exactly the difference between them and we? There is no difference at all. There is only difference of what? Only the thought process. And my dear friends, really we have to change our thought process. And once we change our thought process, then definitely we can enter into any of the domain, which may be entrepreneur, which may be training, or which may be the different kind of teaching and all like that. Or we can become assessor to the NAC, NBA, or the NABET, and so many things like, oh, we can become ISO auditor and all. So just we need to think. Yes, again, one more, my favorite topic is IPR. We can become like a patent agent. It's a very great kind of career, and that kind of the things are really useful for your entrepreneurship as well. That will be useful, as recently Bodhankar ma'am has awarded one patent. Ma'am knows how to file a patent and how to get it done. So really, if we are entering into that domain of IPR, so we can have great kind of career. We can start our own venture with the help of what we have patented. So these all kinds of things we have to think. And if we have, then we can impart, or we can just disseminate to the students. Otherwise, how? है ना? अगर अपने को कुछ पता ही नहीं है, अपन अगर जस्ट अपन जैसे जो है अपने पास उसी के साथ चलेंगे, जो अपने टीचर ने पढ़ाया उसी के जैसा अपन पढ़ाने के सोचेंगे, तो अपन वी कैन नॉट give to the students of like today's generation, because they know too much thing, they know so many things, they are more smarter than us. So we have to be, because our objective is nowadays different. We are not only stick to the teaching, we have to impart the training and all like that. So this is what kind of the things I want to share, some of the things what I just gain. So as Stephen Covey says, as you may be knowing, the author of Seven Habits of Highly Effective People, like, or the now the another book is Eight Habits of Highly Effective People. Stephen Covey. I hope you, my most of the friends are just agree with me. They are reading most of the books. I will be sharing some of the books which are the which I am reading mostly. So yes, what Stephen Covey says, like, a motivation is the fire which burns within ourselves, and that kind of fire we have to burn within ourselves. Then and then only we can motivate others. Otherwise नहीं होगा दोस्तों. मैं यहाँ पे सेशन दे रहा हूँ, मुझे कौन सुनेगा अगर मैंने कुछ नहीं किया होता, या if I have not proved myself, then who can listen me, and who am I who can share something to my participants and all like that. So we have to create. First we have to create, and then we can pass on to the others one. So this is what kind of the things. Dear friends, as we know, yes, there is a video, but that I am not going to show you because which may take time, and as we know, there are certain demarcation of technology and all like that. So, but I will be sharing one story, story of just Japanese story of fish and shark. एज व्हाट हैपन कि जापान में है ना, कि जैसे कि पीपल आर मोर, मतलब वो बहुत ज्यादा फूड के ये है, फूडीज जिसको बोलते हैं अपन, उनको फूड बहुत पसंद है। और उनका क्या है ना कि उनको फ्रेश फिश खाना पसंद है। तो वो क्या करते हैं कि वो बोलते मतलब जैसे कि और हमेशा एज पर रिक्वायरमेंट उनको तो फ्रेश फिश नहीं मिलेगी, तो फ्रोजन फिश खाना भी पसंद नहीं करते हैं। तो वो जैसे ही जब भी उनको फिश चाहिए, तो यू मे बी नोइंग आल्सो दिस स्टोरी। तो फिशरमैन क्या करता है कि जैसे ही समंदर में फिश चाहिए ना, तो वो शुरुआत में क्या करता है कि समंदर से जैसे ही फिश पकड़ा, तो वो क्या करता है कि उसने एक फ्रीजर, डीप फ्रीजर उनके जो भी उनकी शिप थी उसके ऊपर इंस्टॉल किया। So then he was selling a fish to the people. People thought, अरे ओके ठीक है, ये तो लेकिन ये फ्रेश नहीं है। They are choosy and what they are saying कि नहीं नहीं ये तो फ्रेश नहीं है, ये फ्रोजन फिश है। That did want. तो what again that fisherman did? उसने और एक नया तरकीब ढूंढा कि उसने और क्या शुरू किया। उसने क्या किया, फिर बोले चलो ठीक है कि एक अगर डीप फ्रीजर के जगह पे उसने क्या किया, एक छोटा सा पॉन्ड इंस्टॉल किया। उसके शिप पे जितना भी जमता है उतना पॉन्ड इंस्टॉल किया। पॉन्ड इंस्टॉल करने से क्या होता था कि वो फिश को पकड़ा और उसमें वो डाल देता था। तो लेकिन अभी भी जैसे ठीक है, बोलते थे जापानीज लोग, ठीक है नहीं ये फिश है, ठीक है ये फिश इज गुड विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू प्रीवियस वन, बट नॉट द बेटर वन, बिकॉज आई ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू दे आर फूडीज। तो अभी भी नहीं, ये फ्रेश नहीं है, ठीक है जिंदा है ना, लेकिन ये फ्रेश नहीं है। तो देन फाइनली व्हाट फिशरमैन डिसाइडेड, व्हाट ही डू, ठीक है कि एक फिशेस को पकड़ता है, वो उसके पॉन्ड में, पॉन्ड तो रखा ही है, और पॉन्ड में क्या करता है, एक तरकीब ढूंढता है। एक छोटा सा शार्क पकड़ता है समंदर में से और वो पॉन्ड में डाल देता है। नाउ व्हाट हैपेंड, क्योंकि अर्लियर जो पॉन्ड था वो डबका था, डबका होता है ना, यानी वो डबके में अपने को पता है कि चीजें इतनी ज्यादा एक्टिव नहीं होती है। अभी क्या हुआ कि तो दैट इज व्हाई द फिश बिकम लाइक अ स्लगिश, है ना, उनका कोई एक्टिवनेस नहीं था। अभी क्या हुआ कि अभी नाउ देयर इज अ शार्क एंड बिकॉज ऑफ शार्क क्या करना है पड़ रहा है, अभी अभी फिश को अपने अपनी जान बचाने के लिए दौड़ना पड़ रहा है, और शार्क को जिंदा रहने के लिए फिश खाना है। खा खा के कितना खाएगा ना वो। दैट इज व्हाट काइंड ऑफ स्टैटिस्टिक्स दैट फिशरमैन हैज। तो दोस्तों, इसीलिए मैं बस एक ही चीज कहूंगा कि टू सेव लाइफ, तो अभी फिश का क्या पर्पज है, टू सेव लाइफ फ्रॉम अ शार्क, दैट इज व्हाई फिश इज मूविंग एंड ऑल, एंड टू सेल फ्रेश फिश, दैट इज द पर्पज ऑफ फिशरमैन। सो माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, थिंक लाइक दैट। अगर अपने को लाइव होना है, तो अपने को अपने स्किल सेट अपने को हमेशा अपग्रेड करते रहना जरूरी है। क्योंकि नॉलेज ठीक है ना, मैंने बताया ऑलरेडी कि अपने को जो भी कॉलेज में पढ़ा है वहां से है, लेकिन स्किल सेट अपग्रेड करना है। अदरवाइज अपन अपन एक्टिव नहीं रह पाएंगे। अपने को अपने स्टूडेंट सरपास करेंगे, जो भी नए फैकल्टीज आएंगे दे विल सरपास अस। तो ये सब चीजों में लाइव रहने के लिए वी हैव टू बी जस्ट लाइक मीन्स सिंपली वी कैन सी जस्ट लाइक अ जैसे है ना कि फ्रेश, मतलब अपने को एक ये डबके में ना रहते हुए वी हैव टू कम आउट ऑफ दैट। सो फॉर दैट वी हैव टू learn lot of skills and all. Sometimes we need a new kind of skill set. So dear friends, for that you can learn techniques like a lean six sigma, you may be knowing about quality circles। अपन बोलते हैं कि ये सारे इंडस्ट्री की टेक्निक्स है। देन इशिकावा डायग्राम, फिश बोन डायग्राम, देन कानबान। तो ये सारी चीजें छोटे छोटे वर्ड्स है, लेकिन इसको आप एक्सप्लोर करिए एंड ट्राई टू इम्प्लीमेंट इन अवर academics as well, because now you are turning from academicians to what you entrepreneur, and at that moment also you have to implement these all kinds of technique into your in your enterprise. So why not in academics as well? So try to implement how like a housekeeping approach can be implemented in our personal organization or the organization where we are working। तो ये छोटे छोटे चीजों से आप अपने जो स्किल सेट है दैट वी कैन एनहांस, तो ये अपने को एनहांस करना है। इवन दो मैं जैसे कि बात कर रहा हूँ कि मोटिवेशन कहाँ से आता है, कि जैसे कि आपने अभी जैसे मेरा एक सिंपल में मेरा एक एग्जांपल दे दूं कि सीवी पढ़ा है मैम ने कि I have done 2 PG, then the 6 post graduation, I have qualified 8 times NET and all like that. Why this kind of motivation inside me? What really motivate me to do this all? Why I did this all? Because I want to be somewhat different. I want to be just I want just I always just I wanted to become a trainer like that. And because of that I thought, yes, if I do something different, then definitely I will be able to. Abhi recently, again I am telling you, recently I have taken admission in admission with ISTD. You may be knowing like Indian Society for Training and Development. I am doing one of the course of 18 months, so that just I can enhance my skill set, and that we need to. So dear friends, this is my really simple suggestion to you all, or the take home lesson just try to increase your skill set, because that is what really important whenever being academician or being an entrepreneur as well. Dear friends, again, just let me share one story again, one more story with you. Story of entrepreneurship. तो शायद आपको पता भी होगा कि एक इट्स अ स्टोरी ऑफ 12 ईयर चाइल्ड, और ये 12 ईयर चाइल्ड बहुत जिद्दी होता है, और एंटरप्रेन्योर्स अगर आप हमेशा देखोगे ना तो बहुत जिद्दी होते हैं, बहुत ही कंसिस्टेंट होते हैं, अपने अपने जो भी उनको करना है लाइफ में उसके पे फोकस होते हैं। तो एक बच्चा होता है कि छोटा 12 ईयर्स का, उसके घर की कंडीशन भी बहुत अच्छी नहीं रहती है, वो अपने पिताजी को बोलता है कि मुझे एंटरप्रेन्योर बनना है। बट अभी अपने को पता है 12 ईयर का अगर चाइल्ड कोई अपने पास आएगा, अपना बच्चा भी आएगा, तो अपन उसको हमेशा डिमोटिवेट कर देंगे, अरे यार एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप करना अपना काम है क्या, हमें राइट, अपन ऐसे ही करेंगे, because that is what kind of mentality we have, and the same thing that particular father has done. बट सिंपली वो बच्चा जो रहता है इतना जिद्दी रहता है कि वो बोलता है नहीं मुझे एंटरप्रेन्योर बनना ही बनना है। तो बोलते हैं आप मुझे काम बताओ, बोलते मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ। उसके पिताजी भी सोचते हैं मैं इसको क्या काम दूं 12 साल के बच्चे को, बट फिर भी उसके सामने वो भी थोड़े से ज्यादा एकदम क्यूरियस रहते हैं कि चलो ठीक है काम मांग रहा है तो काम दे दू कुछ। उनके सामने एक ऐसे क्लॉथ का टुकड़ा पड़ा रहता है, वो क्लॉथ के टुकड़े में से एक थोड़ा टुकड़ा तोड़ते हैं और उसको बोलते हैं कि ये जाओ तुम 10 रुपए में बेच के आ जाओ, ये जाओ तुम अगर सही में तुमको एंटरप्रेन्योर बनना है तो 10 रुपए में जाके बेच के आ जाओ। उसका मोटिवेशन तो ऑलरेडी था उसमें कि मुझे एंटरप्रेन्योर बनना है और अभी खुद को प्रूव करके भी दिखाना है, फॉर दैट व्हाट ही वाज डूइंग। सो वो सोचता है रात भर कि चलो यार ठीक है कपड़े का टुकड़ा मिला तो शुरुआत में सबसे पहले उसको मस्त क्लीन करता, रात में अपने जस्ट है ना उसको सुखाता बढ़िया, और सोचता कि इसमें से मैं 10 रुपए में ये कपड़े के टुकड़े को कैसे बेचूं। एंड वो उसके दिमाग में एक थोड़ा सा आइडिया आती है जो अपन हमेशा आती है अपने यहाँ, कि एक सिग्नल पे अगर मैं जाके इसको बेचूं शायद गाड़ी पहुंचने के लिए तो somebody कैन बाय दैट पर्टिकुलर क्लॉथ। तो वो एक काम करता है, जाता है एक सिग्नल पे और बेचने के लिए वो बोलता है सवेरे से 10 रुपए में 10 रुपए में 10 रुपए में। एंड एट दैट मोमेंट ही रियलाइज सिंस मॉर्निंग 8 AM टू 2 PM 3 PM 4 PM 5 PM उसको 5 बजे कोई एक इंसान उसको 10 रुपए में चीज खरीदता है। तो माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, यू कैन इमेजिन हाउ डिफिकल्ट इज द जर्नी ऑफ एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप। उसको भी समझ में आता है लेकिन जिद्दी बहुत रहता है। घर में जाके पिताजी को बोलता है देखो पिताजी आपने बोला था वो मैंने काम किया, अभी मुझे बताओ मैं कौन सा बिजनेस कर सकता हूँ। उसके पिताजी भी उसकी बहुत और टेस्ट लेना चाहते हैं, दूसरे दिन भी बोलते हैं नहीं नहीं ठीक है, बोलते हैं मैं जब तक बोलूंगा तब तक तुम सारे चीजें अगर करते रहोगे तो मैं आपको कोई बिजनेस आइडिया या आपको बिजनेस करने के लिए मतलब एग्री हो जाऊंगा आपके ओपिनियन के साथ, या मैं आपको अलो करूंगा। तो देन उसके साथ में वो क्या करता है, दूसरे दिन भी सेम थिंग कि चलो बोलते अभी ठीक है ये बचा हुआ कपड़ा है उसमें से और एक टुकड़ा तोड़ते उसको बोलते अभी बोलते 20 रुपए में बेच के दिखा बोलते। नाउ सी द चैलेंजेस, हाउ व्हाट काइंड ऑफ चैलेंजेस एंटरप्रेन्योर हैज, है ना। आज एक चीज 10 रुपए में बेचना है, कल 20 रुपए में बेचना है, क्योंकि प्रॉफिट को मैक्सिमाइज करना है। तुम्हारे जो शेयर होल्डर्स है, स्टेक होल्डर्स है, उनको प्रॉफिट कमा के देना है, नॉट ओनली फॉर यू, यू मे बी नोइंग व्हाट काइंड ऑफ ट्रेडिंग एंड ऑल लाइक दैट। तो ये अगर कमा के भी देना है एट दैट मोमेंट व्हाट काइंड ऑफ द थिंग्स कैन यू इमेजिन। सो अभी 20 रुपए में बेचना है, वो और सोचता है यार बोलते कल 10 रुपए के लिए 8 बजे से लेके 12 बजे मतलब 5 बजे तक काम करना पड़ा, फिर जाके कहीं मुश्किल से बिका गया। आज वो नई नई टेक्निक, और एज ए एंटरप्रेन्योर हमेशा आपको नए टेक्निक ढूंढना ही पड़ेगा। वी कैनॉट गो विथ व्हाट वी हैव ओल्ड, है ना, ओल्ड टेक्निक्स ऑल द ओल्ड वेज ऑफ सेलिंग द प्रोडक्ट एंड ऑल लाइक दैट, इवन दो एज वी नो, है ना। अगर एज अ अपने को एज अ फैकल्टी या एज अ एम्प्लॉय अपने को भी सेल करना है तो अपने को पता है हाउ मेनी काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स वी हैव टू इनकलकेट इन अस सो दैट दैट विल बी एबल, मतलब वी विल बी एबल टू सेल अवर सेल्स। तो फिर और क्या करता है अभी बच्चा, ठीक है अभी 20 रुपए में बेचना है, तो और एक दिमाग लगाता है यार, बोलते क्या करूँ, रात भर सोचते रहता है। वो सेम काम करता है, उसको मस्त क्लीन करता है, उसको जो भी है अच्छे से मतलब आयरनिंग एंड ऑल व्हाट ही वाज डूइंग एंड ऑल। तो आफ्टर दैट वो सोचता है कि चलो यार ठीक है, बोलते 20 रुपए कमाना है, तो बोलते कल का फंडा तो काम में नहीं आएगा, उसको समझ में गया था। फिर वो क्या करता है, उसके ऊपर सोचता है, रात भर सोचता है, मॉर्निंग जैसे ही 4 AM 5 AM वेकअप होता है, देन ही थॉट यस, बोलते ये अच्छा व्हाइट कलर का क्लॉथ है, इसके ऊपर अगर मैं किसी डोनाल्ड ट्रक का या डोरेमन का या किसी का अगर कार्टून निकालू तो शायद मैं बेच सकूंगा इसको। और क्योंकि वो तो 12 ईयर्स का है तो उसको पेंटिंग बहुत अच्छे से आती है, तो वो वही काम करता है। उसके ऊपर एक बढ़िया डोनाल्ड डक का या डोरेमन, छोटा भीम, जो भी अपने को सबको कैरेक्टर पता है आजकल, है ना, या चूचा फुकरे बॉयज वाला जो एकदम फेमस, तो ऐसा इस तरीके का एक कैरेक्टर उसके ऊपर निकालता है वो। और फिर क्या करता है कि सोचता है यस, आई हैव टू सेल इट। और वो क्या करता फिर स्कूल के सामने, जैसे अभी वो 8 बजे नहीं जाता, वो थोड़ा सा स्मार्ट बनते जाता है। विथ टाइम पासेस वी नीड टू बिकम अ स्मार्ट, है ना। तो फिर वो क्या करता है कि वो सोचता है बराबर टाइम जब स्कूल छूटने का टाइम है तब जाके इसको बेचना पड़ेगा। वो जाता है स्कूल के बाहर और बच्चों को बोलता है यस डोनाल्ड डक का कार्टून 20 रुपए में, 20 रुपए में, 20 रुपए में, इस तरीके से शुरू करता हो। एंड देन फाइनली कुछ मदर्स होती है जो बेचारे सोचते हैं कि पैसे क्यों खर्चा करना, बोलते हैं नहीं, बच्चों को कन्विंस करते अच्छा नहीं है, अच्छा नहीं, अच्छा नहीं है। बट एक मदर रहती है, वो कन्विंस हो जाती है उसके बच्चे से कि ये बहुत अच्छा कार्टून है जो इसने बनाया हुआ है, नया तरीके का कार्टून है, ये जो भी है ये सब चीजें। एंड देन शी एग्रीड टू बाय दैट पर्टिकुलर पीस ऑफ क्लॉथ विथ a 20 rupees, and for his creativity she was ready to pay 20 rupees more, and he got in that way 40 rupees, and he was really happy. yes, घर में जाता है, पिताजी को बोलता है देखो आज मैंने 40 रुपीज कमा के लाए, आपने तो मुझे 20 बोला था, अभी बताओ मैं एंटरप्रेन्योर बन सकता हूँ। पिताजी बोलते अभी भी एक तुम्हारी टेस्ट बाकी है, ये अगर तुम क्वालिफाई करोगे तो मैं आपको एंटरप्रेन्योर बनने के लिए मतलब अलो करूंगा। तो अभी और सोचता है, फिर और एक बचा हुआ कपड़े का टुकड़ा उनको देते हैं, वो वही बंदा वही काम करता है, उसको मस्त क्लीन करता है। एंड देन रात में सोचता है कि अरे यार, बोलते अभी ये कपड़े का टुकड़ा कितना प्राइस में बेचना है अभी। पिताजी बोलते 100 रुपए में। अब बच्चा सोचता है यार 10 रुपए 20 रुपए वो जो राइट थिंग, अभी 100 रुपए में बेचना बोले तो कितना डिफिकल्ट है। देखो लेकिन आइडियाज आइडियाज बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। आइडियाज, इनोवेशन, है ना, ये सारे कीवर्ड्स है जिसके साथ अपने को चलना पड़ेगा, उसके बिना नहीं होगा अपना, है ना। क्योंकि इंडस्ट्रियल एप्लीकेशन, जब जब भी अपन पेटेंट और ये सब की बातें करते हैं तो नई चीजें चाहिए, उसमें इनोवेशन चाहिए, नॉवेल्टी चाहिए। तो ये सारी चीजें अभी ये देखो बच्चा किस तरीके से लगा है, अभी सेम कपड़े का अभी 100 रुपए में बेचना है। वो सोचता है वही अच्छा सेम टेक्निक अपना यूज करता है, बढ़िया क्लीनिंग वीनिंग कर लिया। दूसरे दिन फिर वो सोचता मॉर्निंग में उसको एक कई न्यूज देखते रहता है वो, तो उसको पता चलता है कि उसके गांव में कहीं शूटिंग होने वाली है, और वो शूटिंग में लाइक कैटरीना कैफ आ रही है। तो दैट काइंड ऑफ थिंग ही नोज। और जब उसको पता चलता है वो सोचता है उसको मस्त क्लीन करके वो एकदम भीड़ में से जाता है और उसमें उसका ऑटोग्राफ लेता है। और गांव में आके जैसे ही उसके गांव में जो मंडी है, सब्जी मंडी है, जो भी रहता है, वहां पे क्या होता है, देखो कैटरीना कैफ का ऑटोग्राफ वाला क्लास 200 रुपीज में, 200 रुपीज में, इस तरीके से वो शुरू करता है। एंड इंस्टेड ऑफ 200 रुपीज उसकी फिर बोली लगना शुरू होता है, एक जन 200 में मांगता है, दूसरा 300 में। आज वी नो द बीडिंग 200, 300, 400, 500, and finally he has sold out that particular piece of cloth at a rupees 1000 rupees 1000। So you can imagine dear friends, as we know the competition in market, एक ही चीज 10 रुपए की मिलती, दूसरी 100 की मिलती, तीसरी 1000 रुपए की मिलती, तो उसने 1000 रुपए में बेचा। एंड फाइनली he convinced his father to become an entrepreneur। So in that way dear friends, we need to think, and the lesson we can take from this particular story is increase your value like goods। अपनी भी वैल्यू जस्ट लाइक गुड्स अपने को इंक्रीज करना पड़ेगा। जो केसेस अपने को खुद में इनकलकेट करना है, लाइक नॉलेज, स्किल्स एंड एट्रीब्यूट्स, कम्युनिकेशन है, लीडरशिप है, मोटिवेशन है, जो भी ये सारी चीजें अपने को खुद में इनकलकेट करना पड़ेगा। एंड देन वी नो द मोटिवेशन लीड्स टू बिकम एंटरप्रेन्योर। सो दिस काइंड ऑफ मोटिवेशन रियली leads you to become an entrepreneur। So as we know dear friends, I am not going to highlight too much about these particular types of motivation, so simply let me just read. As we know achievement motivation, once we achieve our first goal or complete the first goal, then we get motivation for second one, we can have motivation for third one, fourth one, and all like that. Another one is affiliation motivation. As we know affiliation with certain society, as a president of society, affiliation with certain institutions, as a principal of a certain institution, all like that. So this kind of motivation we must have. Sometimes we must have the motivation to become a vice chancellor of any of the university. So this kind of affiliation motivation is required, or the competence motivation. Then the power motivation. Sometimes people have the power motivation to get to be a MLC or to become an MP, to become a PM, to become a CM. So this kind of power motivation is there. Then as we know, attitude motivation. Then the incentive motivation, as we know, some of the people are working for getting incentive. And in some of the organization, there are rules. If you publish 2 papers, then you will get increment for next year. So then we are trying, we are striving to get published 2 papers, or we are striving to get published whatever the rules of organizations, or whatever task allotted to us and all. This kind of motivation is there. You may be knowing in some of the companies like they are giving ESOPs, that is employee stock option plan. What does it means? This kind of companies thinking or the organizations thinking, if we are giving certain shares to the company, then they feel they are also integral part of that company and they will be performing more. They will be working more for that company. That kind of incentive motivation may be there or must be there. So again, the fear motivation, as we know, carrot and sticks. So it's a very that I don't like. Never fear motivation है ना कि काम करोगे तो गाजर मिलेगा, काम नहीं करोगे तो स्टिक मिलेगा. So this kind of motivation. So these are the types of motivation we need to think which kind of motivation we require. Friends, I will be sharing again some of the things what exactly we are doing in our life. We are trying to procrastinate most of the things. आज करे सो कल करे सो परसों करे, like that. है ना, किसी को लगता है कि सवेरे 4 बजे उठना है, 4 बजे जैसे अलार्म बजता है तो लगता है अपने को नहीं नहीं ठीक है ना, आज सो जाते कल उठ जाएंगे अपन. एंड देन वी नो व्हाट काइंड ऑफ प्रॉब्लम्स वी आर मतलब वी आर गेनिंग विद अवर हेल्थ एंड ऑल. तो ये सारे चीजें अपन धीरे धीरे डिस्कस करेंगे एज ए एंटरप्रेन्योर. So this is what my perspective related to motivation and the motivations, how motivate the people to get what they desire, what kind of killing instinct they have to achieve something in their life. So now I will be talking, I will be sharing some of the aspects related to leadership. So as we know, dear friends, there are so many leaders. As we know, the charismatic leader. So how they are showing, as we know, the our PM, how he is leading the country, how he is managing the things during such kind of pandemic and all like that. There are so many leaders in industry, like you may be knowing Ratan Tata ji, the leaders like Mukesh Ambani, leaders like Dhirubhai Ambani and all, leaders like Mahatma Gandhi. Leaders like means how they lead at that moment, how they leads according to situations. So we have to show the things, and these kind of things are really important. So I will be sharing, as we know, most of the things you may be knowing what happened in company. As we know, sometimes we don't like our heads, we don't like our principals, we don't like our simply whosoever is there. We like company, but we don't like our boss. So at that moment, as there is a very good statement, when people leave companies, they tend not to quit the company. They are more likely to have quit the boss, and only because this kind of boss doesn't have any kind of leadership. They are a good manager, but they are not good leader. And this kind of perspectives we have to develop, so that whosoever work with us, they are not going to leave only because of us. So this is what, dear friends, and for that we need to develop out of box thinking. We have to think दायरे के बाहर जाके सोचना पड़ेगा, अदरवाइज चीजें कोई बहुत ज्यादा चेंज नहीं हो सकती है ना. अपने को क्या फर्क पड़ता है? फर्क पड़ता है भाई. किसी की अगर लाइफ चेंज होगी, किसी कोई अगर अपने 100 स्टूडेंट्स या 50 स्टूडेंट्स से अपने 60 का इंटेक होता है अपना, तो 60 में से अगर 6 एंटरप्रेन्योर्स भी क्रिएट होते हैं अपने क्लास में से, बहुत बड़ा फर्क पड़ता है. As we know, you most of the people maybe belonging to pharmacy sector. So what kind of change we are witnessing in the field of pharmacy, and only because of you people, we know the cost of medicine. So and we know the variation in terms of cost of medicines, है ना. अगर एक आधा कोई एजिथ्रोमाइसिन है तो 3 टैबलेट की 100 रुपए में भी स्ट्रिप मिलती, और वही जाके कई एक आधी कंपनी 30-30 रुपीज में भी मिलती है. तो सी how and what kind of difference is there only because of entrepreneurship. And again, the quality as well, quality matters a lot. So these kind of things are there, and that is only because of entrepreneurship. So my dear friends, think beyond, or think beyond the box, or the think out of box. So as we know, there is a four square problem, but here I'm not going to show you. As we know, the leadership lessons from Lagan. So we have seen most of the, I hope most of the participants have seen the movie Lagan, and we know how he managed his team in a very worst situations, and finally how he won that game of cricket and all, to only save the Lagan and all. तो ये सारी चीजें मैटर करती है. This kind of leadership is already really important in our life, and some of the movies really gives us a variety of lessons You may be knowing about the movie Chandi. What kind of lessons we can have, what kind of leadership lessons we can have. So ये सारी चीजें वन बाय वन आप थोड़ा इम्प्लीमेंट करिए. एंड अगेन जैसे ये सारी चीजें जो इंसाइट है ये डेवलप होने के लिए वी हैव टू सी, वी हैव टू वॉच डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ द मूवीज, वी हैव टू टेक लेसन्स फ्रॉम देम, वी हैव टू रीड books so that we, other than our academic book as well, so that we can get plenty of knowledge related to different domains and all. So dear friends, if we talk about the roles of innovative leaders, है ना, leader, not only leader but innovative leader. Nowadays innovation is really important. So so that can just promote idea development. So they are just promoting their idea development. They are bringing the right people together. As we know, right people at right time, at the right place for the right work. This is what really important in any of the industry or in any of the organization. So define a viable mission. Mission should be viable. That must be time bounded. That should not be haphazard. And that is what the role of innovative leader. They ensure effective planning and implementation. And only planning is not sufficient. But once we implement what kind of planning we have, then really we can have wonder. Wonder in anywhere, not only in organization but at our home as well. We can have wonder. Even though, my dear friends, let me tell you, just those who were connecting us for the preparation of NET and all, most of the 20 students or my friends all are qualified, have qualified their NET examination, NET, JRF and all. I know they are working with IITs, NITs. They are working as a faculty, full-time faculty, regular faculty. So these kind of things are just changing once we are innovative. So we were trying to innovate how to prepare for computer examinations, how to get things done. हर एक जन से हम ओपिनियन लेते थे कि इसको इस तरीके से करे तो क्या होगा. एंड देन वी हैव डेवलप्ड सर्टेन मॉड्यूल्स, and with the help of that we all were able to qualify. जैसे मैंने बताया कि 8 टाइम्स नेट, तो ये कोई मेरा पैशन नहीं था, बस वही लोग मेरा फॉर्म भरते थे कि आप अगर पढ़ोगे तो हम भी पढ़ेंगे आपके साथ. और वो सबका जब तक आखिरी तक सब पास हो रहे थे तब तक मैंने फॉर्म भरा, उसके बाद मैं भी छोड़ दिया. तो दिस इज व्हाट काइंड ऑफ चेंजेस वी कैन हैव if we are trying to do just the practices like innovative practices. Then again you can see develop organizational absorptive capacity. होता है, absorption होता है. Then leader must take a genuine interest in their team members. Sometimes क्या होता है, एक leader is not taking genuine interest. ठीक है ना, है, चल रहा है, कर रहे हैं. So this kind of thing is really not good for any kind of organization. So in that way we have to think. So you can have certain leadership lessons. I'm just giving or citing certain names of movies or the, yes, as you may be knowing about, there is one movie Al Pacino's Inch by Inch Speech from Any Given Sunday. So the name of movie is Any Given Sunday. And at the last moment when there was a defeat of team or the football team, at that moment he has narrated his speech inch by inch, how inch by inch is important for them and how the difference between winning and losing is there. So same thing or the similar kind of thing you may observe in Chak De India, how you develop a team, how you develop his team, and at the moment with his leadership, with his teamwork, with his motivation, how he own that particular team in hockey. तो दोस्तों ये सारी चीजें बहुत मैटर करते हैं. ये सारे जो भी मैं मूवीज के नाम ले रहा हूँ बहुत ओल्ड मूवीज है, बट एक बार रिपीटेडली देखिए, देखो एक बार पता चलेगा कि हाउ दे लीड. अगेन वन मोर मूवी गुरु, यू मे बी नोइंग द मूवीज बाय अभिषेक बच्चन. सो सिंपली ये सारी चीजें बहुत मैटर करती है. एंड दिस इज द मूवी बेस्ड ऑन द लाइफ ऑफ धीरू भाई अंबानी. तो ये सारी चीजें बहुत मैटर करती है आपको आपकी लाइफ बनाने के लिए. सो दिस काइंड ऑफ things or lessons you can have about the leadership. Now, my dear friends, I would like to highlight something about teamwork. Whenever we are talking about team is what? Together, everyone achieves more. Simple meaning of team is there. How beautiful meaning is. Together, everyone achieves more. Now, there is a synergic effect. Synergy, what we want, synergy. Nothing is wrong. And dear friends, when we are working in team, so let us implement the technique of brainstorming. So let us have, if you want to achieve something or any of the target you have, let us take opinion from your team members like that. There is a like a storming, forming, performing, and adjoining. So this is what kind of the steps of team. तो ये सब चीजें करते हुए आप लेट अस यूज द टेक्निक ऑफ ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग. नो ओपिनियन इज रॉन्ग. Let's collect the opinion from your team member, and then finally you can conclude from these all with the consent of your team members which one is the best opinion for carrying out your work. ये सारी चीजें आपको टीम वर्क से आती है. So you may be knowing one of the example of like birds, how they fly. They are always flying in a team only to avoid the flow of airs. You may be knowing how they are creating their aerodynamic shape. एंड इफ सम बर्ड्स आर जस्ट मतलब कोई पीछे रहता है तो उसको किस तरीके से लेते हैं. इट्स अगेन वेरी नाइस प्रेजेंटेशन, बट ओनली अगेन आई टोल्ड यू कि मैं आई डोंट वांट टू open number of slides here, so that is why I'm just restricted to it, but you can just observe them how they are working in team. So simple, there are certain benefits of teamwork. Offer support, so everyone is getting support from each other. Strives to understand and contribute to departmental, as a teamwork. The strives to understand each other, strives to understand the opinion of each other, so that finally they can conclude to somewhat. Then recognize the implications of their actions. Then show respect to needs, feelings, and views of others. As I told you, brainstorming is the best technique, so that you can respect to the needs, feelings, and views. Views basically. For getting views, the brainstorming can be used. Then promote collective ownership across the business and encourage contributions from all the team members. As I am sharing, sometime some of the member from your team may perform less, some of the member may perform very high, but just acknowledge or the recognize effort taken by every members at every steps. So, and because of team, they are creating what you are expecting as a leader. So this is what kind of benefit you may be getting. Now this is what objective or the thoughts about leadership, motivation, and teamwork. And now how this will be useful for creating your successful enterprise. So in that context, I would like to share my thoughts. Yeah. Now, if we are talking about entrepreneurship essentials, so then we know what stops people behaving in an entrepreneurial way. क्या स्टॉप करते हैं, है ना, कि मैं कर रहा हूँ हमेशा, तो लोग क्या सोचेंगे इसके बारे में क्यों सोचते हो यार. तुमको अच्छा लग रहा है ना, तुमको लग रहा है कि यू आर डूइंग राइट, देन गो अहेड. डोंट थिंक व्हाट अदर्स आर थिंकिंग. So, and for that, really, you need to develop a clear vision. Your vision must be clear. At what time, at what moment, where you want to reach with the very right people. So, this kind of vision you must have. Dear friends, when I was doing my MBA at that moment, I have developed one theory. As you know, I am a physicist. So, E is equal to mc square is a very favorite principle of every physicist given by Einstein. तो उसी का एक थोड़ा सा करके मैंने एक ई स्क्वायर एम सी एमसीडी इस तरीके का एक थ्योरी डेवलप किया था. तो सिंपली इट इज रिलेटेड विद द लेटर वेर इन आई यूज टू यूज द वर्ड ई. पहला ई मतलब exploitation by ourselves or the ours or by our teachers or whatever we are thinking. So exploitation, the stage of exploitation will be always from just you can think from the 5 to 25 years, not more than that. So till that, as we know, we are gaining our graduation, post graduation, or sometime doctorate and all, and we are on verge of entering into the domain of entrepreneurship or entering into the domain of academics or whatever, or the as a employee in industry or whatever. So now at the age of from this 25 to now, you have gained what you have gained here, as my favorite term, knowledge. आपने यहाँ 5 साल से लेके, जीरो से भी पकड़िए, 0 से 25 तक आपने यहाँ पे नॉलेज गेन किया. अभी आपको आपकी जो नेक्स्ट है 25 to 35 ईयर्स, इसमें आपको एक्सप्लोर करना है. आपको एक्सप्लोरेशन करना है. सेकंड ई स्क्वायर का क्या है, एक्सप्लोरेशन. किसको एक्सप्लोर करना है, जो आपने नॉलेज गेन किया है फॉर द बेनिफिट ऑफ अदर्स. नाउ यू हैव टू एक्सप्लोर दैट वी आर, है ना. यस स्टिल वी आर डूइंग, वी आर इनटू एकेडमिक्स, अपन अपने बच्चों का करियर करने के लिए ये वो. सो एक्सप्लोर करते करते ये 25 से 35 तक आपको बहुत सारे स्किल्स भी डेवलप करना है खुद में. स्किल्स एज यू नो, है ना, टीचिंग है, ट्रेनिंग है, जो भी whatever skills भी required है ना, practical skills है, तो ये सारे skills develop Okay, sorry, just if there may be certain
Connect.
to internet
Connectivity issue
actually.
is there something?
So again,
Excuse me. Sir, I think there is a
am I
network issue.
audible?
I think there is a network
Am I
issue from your
audible?
side, sir.
Please, any participant, can you tell me, am I audible?
It's
Sir, you are
not clear. Clear, nahi, sir.
I think there is some connectivity issue from Nilesh sir's side.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
So,
sorry for interruption. Am I audible?
yes, 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 sir.
There may be certain problem with internet connectivity.
Okay, okay. No issue,
Yeah,
sir. You can continue.
yeah, yes, ma'am. Okay, friends. So, yes, basically, I was talking about exploration. So, you have to explore from your age of like a 25 to 35. Then, after that, once you are reaching to 35, that may be differ with respect to people or at what age we are starting our career and all like that. जैसे अपन assistant professor से associate बन जाएंगे, associate to professor. So in that way, you can connect with. असिस्टेंट मैनेजर से मैनेजर बन जाएंगे, मैनेजर से लाइक डेप्यूटी मैनेजर एंड डेप्यूटी मैनेजर टू मैनेजर, मैनेजर टू सीनियर मैनेजर. So this kind of hierarchy you can connect with these all. So then another thing is exploration, then managing. So from your 35 to 45 you have to manage. You may become head of the department, so you have to manage the things what you want. That is what we call as the management of things. And you may be knowing, dear friends, you can plan for your early retirement as well, retire young and rich. So this theory also I may be sharing with you. So at the age of 45 you can think like that. Here from 45 to 60 you can think about consulting. You can give consulting, you can work for many organization as a consultant. And after 6 you can just, after 60 you don't want to work. So as we know, people are just trying to work after retirement as well, because they don't have, or they might have, they do not have any kind of planning. They are not thinking with this E square MC and all. So dear friends, think like that. Prepare your own plan, prepare your short-term plan, prepare your mid-term plan, prepare your long-term plan, and accordingly you have to execute that. So for that, you need to develop a clear vision. Building skills implement to the vision. Already I am sharing with you कि only knowledge is not sufficient. Sometimes we are thinking अरे ये क्या जरूरत है मेरे लिए, but really we need to develop the things. As an entrepreneur you should know everything like that. As you may be knowing as an engineer, what kind of subjects they have. So we are teaching them what we are teaching them, from workshop to every kind of things we are teaching them. They might be thinking कि I'm a computer engineer, why I required carpentry or smithy and things like that. Why? Answer is there. Yes, if you become an entrepreneur, then you need to deal with these all kinds of the things you may deal with, and because of that you should know what kind of job is there and all. So then entrepreneurship in action. दोस्तों सिर्फ सोच के नहीं होगा. We have to work out. We have to start our venture. We have to start our startups. So that is what really required. And dear friends, apply always 7R theory for wealth creation. So what exactly this 7R theory I will be sharing in later slides. So, dear friends, abhi with these all kinds of motivation you have, leadership you have, teamwork you have, and a vision to become entrepreneurship you have. Now the time is there to come out from your comfort zone, and you have to enter into your growth zone. So once you are just coming out from this comfort zone, then and then only you will become or you can start your venture. So, dear friends, in your comfort zone, what you are thinking, you may feel safe and in control. That is what. ठीक है ना, जॉब है अपना, 10 से 5 जाना है, जितना काम बताया करना है, कितने दिन करते रहेंगे ना. So we want to come out of that, and that is why we are trying to inculcate certain skills through such type of trainings. Otherwise, why we are here for 1 or 2 hours or a complete day, only to get certain new skills, to develop new skills. So just, dear friends, come out of your comfort zone. Then once you trying to overcome or coming out of your comfort zone, what will happen? You must enter into fear zone. और जैसे ही आप आपके फियर जोन में एंटर करते हो तो व्हाट विल हैपन कि यू मे बी फेसिंग और वी मे बी फेसिंग लैक ऑफ कॉन्फिडेंस. वी मे जस्ट ट्राइंग टू फाइंड आउट एक्सक्यूजेस. मैंने बताया ना, जैसे सवेरे उठना है ना, कि फियर जोन है अपना, सवेरे जाएंगे, अरे ठंडी बहुत है बाहर, ये है वो है. प्रोक्रेस्टिनेशन कम्स इनटू दिस पार्ट एंड बी अफेक्टेड बाय अदर्स ओपिनियन. कोई बोलता है अरे ये काम तू नहीं कर सकता है, ये कोई अपना काम नहीं, अपने से नहीं होगा. तो ये सारे चीजें अफेक्ट करते हैं. But once we cross this fear zone also, then what will happen? We are entering into learning zone. And at that moment, what we are trying to deal with challenges and problems. Whatever problems, whatever challenges we have, everyone has problems, everyone has challenges. They overcome, why not we? So think like that. Again, you acquire new skills, whatever you may be required, you may be knowing. So many examples are there. They are not from their domain what they are doing, like Infosys Narayan Murthy. And basically his domain was different, but he entered into the domain of, as we know, into the domain of computer and all. So Achyut Godbole, you may be knowing, he's a basically chemical engineer, but what kind of things he has done in his life. तो ये सारी चीजें आप यहाँ पे कर सकते हो just by acquiring new skills and extend your comfort zone. My dear friends, one thing you have to remember, we need to extend our comfort zone. And once we enter into the growth zone, then we can find purpose of our life. Now here we realize the purpose of our life. Then life we are just we are living our dreams. Yes, यही मेरा ड्रीम था, यही मेरा सपना था. मैं जैसे मैं बोलता हूँ आपको कि मुझे मुझे बहुत पसंद आता था कि मुझे कोई सुने, या सुने इन द सेंस कि आई कैन शेयर वॉट एवर आई नो, या मेरे पास जो थॉट्स है आई कैन शेयर विथ इक्वल माइंडेड पीपल, equally or likely minded people, and that is what I am getting nowadays. I'm busy every day for delivering one or other sessions. So really I'm happy with what kind of dream I have. So now just this is what I am into my growth zone, where I thought earlier, I thought कि मैं ये comfort zone में था, अच्छा था, मैं तो टीचर अच्छा हूँ ना, मैं आई एम गुड टीचर, आई एम गेटिंग गुड सैलरी, आई एम गेटिंग एवरीथिंग गुड. बट रियली डियर फ्रेंड्स, आई एम नॉट गेटिंग न्यू थिंग्स. तो अगर मैं वही मेरे कंफर्ट जोन में, तो मैं इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल मी टू कनेक्ट विथ यू ऑल. नाउ जस्ट आई एम कनेक्टिंग विथ यू ऑल, एंड विथ दिस वी कैन हैव अ ग्रेट kind of venture or great kind of things in future as well. Again, with these all we can conquer our objectives. So my dear friends, now my just take home lesson is that just you come out of your comfort zone and try to enter into the growth zone. So always when in a journey of entrepreneurship, our plan is just like that, as it is shown above. But the reality is what we can see, what we are witnessing in just like this. So dear friends, तो ये भी अपने को समझना है. And just always low aim is crime. dream big. Really, you can cherish, you can have your dream. So as we know, entrepreneurship may you can be your own boss. I will be sharing very fast for next 15 minutes, because again I will be having session at 12. So, dear friends, as we know, the success, what people can see, what people see, so only they are looking like iceberg, है ना, iceberg illusion. So simply, but what we are doing for getting that success, the what people don't see, that kind of things has never seen by the people. So like our persistency, like the failure in our life, like sacrifices, what we are doing, then the disappointment, then as we know, the good habits that we are cherishing to wake up at 4 a.m. You may be knowing the 5 a.m. club. There is a book by Robin Sharma. So please, dear friends, read that book and just learn from them ki what kind of things entrepreneur does or they are doing each and every day. Most of the entrepreneurs wake up before 5 a.m. तो देर इज अ 20-20-20 प्रिंसिपल कि पहले जैसे ही वेकअप होते हो तो पहले 1 घंटे में क्या करना है, 20 मिनट आपको क्या सोचना है, 20 मिनट योगा प्राणायाम करना है, 20 मिनट जो आज के लिए प्लान करना है, लाइक दैट देर आर वेराइटी ऑफ द थिंग्स. सो यू कैन इम्प्लीमेंट, यू कैन गिव योर डेडिकेशन, यू कैन हैव हार्ड वर्क. तो ये सारी चीजें आपको सोचना है डियर फ्रेंड्स. सो एज वी नो, या सो आपका एक गोल है, ये एवरीबडी नोज लाइक दैट, यू जस्ट हैव अ वेरी स्मार्ट गोल. एक स्पेसिफिक रहना चाहिए कि यस दैट आई कैन अचीव, मेजरेबल है, क्वांटिफिएबल भी होना चाहिए, अटेनेबल है ना. मैं अगर हाइपोथेसाइड जो मैं कर ही नहीं सकता, मुझे पता है मैं पीएम बन ही नहीं सकता, तो क्या गोल बनाने में मतलब है, बिकॉज आई एम नॉट इनटू द डोमेन और द फील्ड ऑफ पॉलिटिक्स. तो हाउ आई कैन बिकम पीएम और प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया, हो ही नहीं सकता ना. then that must be relevant and time based, टाइम बाउंडेड भी होना चाहिए. यही टाइम में इतने समय में मुझे ये करना है, जैसे मैंने आपको ई स्क्वायर एमसी का बोला है, तो उसके उस इस तरीके से अपने को खुद को काम करना है. फॉर दैट रियली वी नीड टू हैव अवर पर्सनल शॉर्ट एनालिसिस. बहुत सारे लोगों को मैं बोलता हूँ, लेकिन बहुत सारे अपन हेजिटेट होते हैं, क्यों करूँ मैं, मुझे तो सब आता है ना. मतलब मैं जैसा है ना, बोलते हैं कि मैं सर्वज्ञानी हूँ, ऐसा अपने को लगता है समटाइम, बट रियली देर आर लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स that we can learn till the last breath of our life as well. There are so many things. इतने सारी चीजें हैं दुनिया में कि जो पढ़ना बहुत जरूरी है. So that we need to write down our strengths, we need to write down our weaknesses, opportunities, and the threats or challenges. Nowadays we call it SWOT analysis also. And then we need to work कि मैं मेरे weaknesses को कम करके strength में कैसे बढ़ाऊँ, चैलेंजेस या थ्रेट्स को कम करके अपॉर्चुनिटीज में कैसे कन्वर्ट करूँ. तो ये आप सोचोगे वन बाय वन, तो रियली वी मस्ट हैव ग्रेट जर्नी ऑफ लाइफ. So as we know, dear friends, some of the qualities of entrepreneurs, as we know, they have positive mindset always. Don't go with a negative mindset. Then, as already I have been shared about out of box thinking, time management, really important thing. Time management. Don't do the procrastination, because God has given, Almighty has given only 24 hours. The same one thing is same to everyone. That is what a time. That 24 hours, how you can multiply, that is up to you. ये manage करना है. So as we know, then the proactive versus reactive. So dear friends, be proactive, don't be reactive. मुझे पता है कि ये होने वाला है. जैसे कि when I joined in engineering institutions around 2010, there was a boom. But when I was passing my year by year, then I came to know it is going to decline. This is just like a trading cycle. It is going to decline somewhat. So I thought, okay, here I can grow up to certain extent. Then I changed my field. Then I turned to basic science, and for that, what I required at that moment, or the what I may be required in coming future, that I have gained during last 10 years while working with engineering institutions and all like that. Now I am exploring myself in a very different domain. So this kind of proactive approach we should have, and that really we can develop. So there are certain benefits of time management. So as we know, we can relieve from the stress. So because है ना, अगर समय में काम किया तो स्ट्रेस कभी आते ही नहीं है. तो दैट काइंड ऑफ थिंग. देन अगेन वी मस्ट हैव मोर टाइम. ज़्यादा टाइम मिलेगा अगर उसको प्रॉपरली मैनेज करते हो तो. देन वी मस्ट हैव मोर अपॉर्चुनिटीज, है ना. ज़्यादा टाइम है, अगर अपना समय में काम खत्म हो गया तो वी मस्ट हैव मोर अपॉर्चुनिटी. जैसे मेरे दोस्त थे, उनको मैं बोलता था यार चलो साथ में अपन डॉक्टरेट करते हैं, डॉक्टरल डिग्री खत्म कर लेते. दे वर थिंकिंग नहीं ना यार, अभी क्या करेंगे ना, आराम से, अभी क्या रिक्वायरमेंट है, प्रमोशन तो अपना कितना मतलब 10 साल 12 साल के बाद होगा, ये होगा. तो नाउ मैं मेरे समय के साथ मैंने खत्म कर लिया, नाउ दे आर डूइंग, है ना। तो ये प्रायोरिटीज हर एक को अपने को डिसाइड करना पड़ेगा। देन अगेन एबिलिटी टू रियलाइज गोल, only because of time management we can have ability to realize our goal, and for that you can have certain templates of time management, really करिए। even though अगर मैं वहाँ पे अगर मैं सामने होता था आपके, I must have shown this kind of template I have always। I used to decide my priorities कि मेरे को क्या काम करना है, क्या एक्टिविटीज है, कंप्लीट हुआ या नहीं हुआ। at the end of the day I used to see, yes, and then I am just planning for next day and all। so these kind of things we can have, and really that will be useful। बहुत सारे लोग, even though when I have delivered my session for class 1 officers of MSME, at that moment some of the participants said me कि सर ये तो अपन मशीन्स बनने के जैसा हो रहा है। बोला सर, मैं बोला कि आई एम टू बी फ्रैंक, आई एम नॉट टेलिंग यू टू बिकम अ मशीन और कंप्यूटर, but really try to inculcate some of the things like that in our life, and definitely we can have greater life as compared to others। that is what I'm saying, I am sharing with you। so as we know, these are the, and always dear friends, just you remember people don't care what about what you say, they care about what you build, and that is what the statement of Mark Zuckerberg was। And as we know, at a very small age, for how he developed feeds, Facebook and all। तो डियर फ्रेंड्स, कुछ करना पड़ेगा। जो किया है उसके ऊपर बिलीव करते हैं, बात करने से बिलीव नहीं करोगे। मैंने अगर बोला था कि इतना सब कर सकते हैं एजुकेशन में, कोई बिलीव नहीं किया होगा। मैंने किया, आई आई हैव जस्ट प्रूवन, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट नाउ आई एम शेयरिंग, यस एनीवन कैन डू। कोई अलग काम मैंने की नहीं किया। वो बोलते हैं ना कि जीतने वाले कोई अलग काम नहीं करते हैं, वो हर काम को अलग तरीके से करते हैं। माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, वो तरीका अपने को बदलना पड़ेगा। वो अगर तरीका अपना बदलता है तो डेफिनेटली वी विल बिकम अ विनर इन आवर लाइफ। Dear friends, again you may be knowing about the Steve Jobs. So have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow know what you truly want to become। मैंने पहले ही बताया, लोग क्या कहते हैं ये मत सोचना है, मुझे क्या लगता है, मेरा मेरा दिल और दिमाग क्या बोलता है, वो मुझे करना है। एंड दैट इज व्हाट सक्सेसफुल एंटरप्रेन्योर्स आर डूइंग। So my dear friends, ये करना है अपने को। And as you know the journey of Steve Jobs, as everyone likes to use the Apple, iPad, iPhone and all like that, laptops, but we know the journey, we may be knowing about the journey of Steve Jobs, how he become entrepreneur, या कितना टफ टाइम था इनके लाइफ में। तो रियली डियर फ्रेंड्स, ये सारी चीजें मैटर होती है। ये सारे चीजों के साथ में एक लास्ट स्लाइड्स में मैं शेयर करता हूँ, और मैं यहाँ पे क्योंकि बहुत सारी चीजें हैं जो मैं आपके साथ शेयर कर सकता हूँ, बट टाइम का भी डिमार्केशन है। तो उसके साथ में मैं यस मैम, कितना समय है बोधनकर मैम, कैन यू टेल मी हाउ मच टाइम आई विल बी टेकिंग नाउ?
Sir, you can continue for 15 minutes.
Okay. So yeah, for next 15 minutes I will continue। Okay then, as dear friends, we know, है ना, we are always thinking कि चलो यार मैं कितने हथौड़ी के मतलब ये दे रहा हूँ उसमें। एक स्टोन जो ब्रोक होता है तो अपने को लगता है कि लास्ट में जिसने हथौड़ी का दनका लगाया था उसी की वजह से हुआ, लेकिन ऐसा नहीं है। स्टोन इज ब्रोकन बाय द लास्ट स्ट्रोक ऑफ हैमर। दिस डजंट मीन दैट द फर्स्ट स्ट्रोक इज यूजलेस। So my dear friends, starts from the very small moment, starts from very small things, so that you will be, you must have a great success, and success is the result of continuous and persistent effort। तो ये प्रोक्रेस्टिनेशन आज के बाद भूलना है अपन सबको, और परसिस्टेंस कंसिस्टेंसी के साथ में वी हैव टू प्लान। डियर फ्रेंड्स, वन मोर थिंग, जैसे मैंने ये सब बातें की थी, you must follow the PDCA cycle। See a plan, do, check, act। just have a plan, let's perform it, implement the plan, then check whether your implemented plan is right or wrong, and then you can act accordingly। ये साइकिल्स आप यूज कर सकते हो। तो ये सब चीजें आपको आपके लाइफ में काम आ सकती है। सो ये इसके बारे में मैं ज़्यादा बात नहीं करूँगा अभी। तो आई विल बी कमिंग टू अनदर पॉइंट। या dear friends, always again one thing, let me give you the take home lesson: just implement the lifesavers approach in your life। so lifesavers approach, just try sometimes, just try to maintain silence sometimes, be silent, think what's right, what's wrong, and what kind of mistakes we have committed, and from that kind of mistake what we can learn and implement in our life। so silence is really important। affirmation, पॉजिटिव अफर्मेशन। अरे मान लो ना यार, मैं अच्छा स्पीकर हूँ, लोग बोलने का क्या है। आई नेवर आस्क फीडबैक टू एनी पार्टिसिपेंट्स। ठीक है ना, मुझे पता है मैं अच्छा हूँ, इसलिए मुझे 100 बार 200 सेशंस मेरे को देने के लिए मिले हैं। जो भी डिलीवर कर रहा हूँ ठीक है, अच्छा ही कर रहा हूँ ना। ये अगर तुमको अच्छा लग रहा है तो डेफिनेटली यू कैन हैव दैट काइंड ऑफ पॉजिटिव अफर्मेशन। नहीं तो घर से निकलते वक्त लगता है एक आधे ने बोल दिया अरे यू आर लुकिंग अगली, हो गया दिन खराब, और ब्यूटीफुल बोल दिया तो तुम अच्छे हो गए क्या? सो डोंट हैव सच काइंड ऑफ अप्रोच। तुम्हारी कार बुरी है, किसी ने बोल दिया तो कार ठीक है ना भाई, मेरी है, मैं चला रहा हूँ, मुझे अच्छी लगती है ना, तो व्हाई टू थिंक? So that kind of affirmation we have to develop. Visualization is always required. Visualize the thing, and definitely that kind of thing you must get it. Dear friends, I am telling you the truth. In 2007, when I just turn up to this Anand Niketan as a participant of one of the seminar, and in that seminar I got a prize as well. And at that moment, I learned one statement, or I have seen one statement somewhere written by Baba Amte. मला कुणीही जिंकू शकणार नाही कारण माझी स्पर्धा ही स्वतःची आहे. मला कुणीही जिंकू शकणार नाही कारण माझी स्पर्धा ही स्वतःची आहे. आणि मित्रांनो, त्याच दिवसापासून मी माझी फक्त स्पर्धा स्वतःशी केली. मला माहित नाही माझ्या बाजूचा कुठे जातोय, तो कुठे जाणार आहे. मला माहिती आहे की आज मी कुठे आहे, उद्या मला कुठे जायचंय, त्यासाठी मला काय करायचंय. आणि द फॉर्च्युनेट थिंग इज दॅट की इन सेम ऑर्गनायझेशन नाव आय एम वर्किंग after a tenure of 12 years, 10 years down the line, I'm working with the same organization where I learn what kind of thing I have to do in my life. And with that path, just I followed the same path. And with this, definitely, that is what the visualization we have. Then the exercise, dear friends, really, I'm telling you कि before Corona or 6-7 months down the line, मेरी ये हालत थी कि मैं नीचे बैठ भी नहीं पाता था जमीन पे. Then during COVID-19, I thought कि I want to work upon my health now, and then I reduced my 8 kg weight. And now, yes, I can sit anywhere, and now I am following the same thing. So exercise is really important. Reading is most important. Read a very मतलब read so many books. हर दिन आधा घंटा 1 घंटा रीडिंग के लिए दे ही दीजिए. अदर देन अकेडमिक्स, बहुत ज्यादा थॉट, बहुत ज्यादा चीजें नई वाली डेवलप हो जाएगी. लाइक द लाइफ अमेजिंग सीक्रेट बुक, ऐसे बहुत सारे बुक है. 20-20-20 प्रिंसिपल्स, द 5 AM क्लब बाय रॉबिन शर्मा, then the eat that frog by Brian Tracy. So these are the good books. I will be sharing some books as well. Then the scribing. Reading is not only important, write something, what you learn, what you read, and what you realize and all. तो ये भी बहुत important है. So this is what life savers approach you have to implement. तो मैं आपको कुछ बुक्स के नाम यहाँ पे दे देता हूँ. रिच डैड पुअर डैड, एज ए एंटरप्रेन्योर रीड दिस बुक, को पता चलेगा कि किस तरीके से सोच बदलनी चाहिए. Then the Parable of Pipeline by Burke Hedges. This is my favorite book. See how to think. Then the Copycat Marketing 101. Then then the Eat That Frog. Also, same version is in Marathi. Then You Can Win. This book again. I read this book might be in 8th, 9th standard, and really I changed my perspectives since those times. So from that time, and then I learned that winners don't do different things; they do things differently. And this I tried to do things differently. Otherwise, dear friends, I really would like to confess here. I came from very rural background. The way that just I learn in Marathi. I learned first time like ABCD in my 5th standard, but still just I'm trying to facing whatever challenges I'm having. I'm not telling you, I'm not saying to anyone that I cannot deliver my lecture in English or Hindi or whatever. ऐसा नहीं है. तो ये these all kinds of the challenges we can face. Then again, dear friends, there are certain books. विचार करा श्रीमंत हुआ by Napoleon Hill, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker. It's a good book. ये पढ़िए, लाइफ चेंज हो सकती है. ऐसा नहीं कि सिर्फ वेल्दी होना यही जरूरी नहीं है, बट थॉटफुली भी वेल्दी होना भी जरूरी है. So these all things, dear friends. या दिस इज ऑल अबाउट द वेल्थ क्रिएशन एंड ऑल. तो बस यहाँ पे एक बहुत मस्त स्टेटमेंट है. आप गरीब पैदा हुए तो इसमें आपका कोई दोष नहीं है, लेकिन अगर आप गरीब मरे तो इसमें जरूर आप ही का दोष है. अपन हमेशा किसी को दोष देते बैठते हैं, लेकिन खुद क्या कर रहे हैं उसके ऊपर अपने को सही में सोचना जरूरी है. With this, really thank you, ma'am, for inviting me to deliver a session with a very knowledgeous and intelligent, intellectual participants. So thank you very much. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. It was really motivating. It is, as always, very much honest and motivating. I request Yende sir to.
Yes, sir.
Any questions? If there are some questions from participants, really I'm happy to have discussion on that questions, not the answers. And I'm not that much capable to give the answer of questions like elite participants.
Okay, so
So if
participant, those who want to ask a question, please unmute yourself or write in chat box.
anyone can unmute
Excuse
and
me, sir.
have a question.
Yes, yes.
Uh, Ma'am, can I speak?
Yes, yes,
Sure,
ma'am.
please.
Yeah.
Please go ahead, please.
So my name is Miss Preeti Dongre, and I have a question. While from comfort zone to growth zone, generally we lose a patience. So
Yeah.
how we can overcome that problem?
यस मैम। मैम मैं आपको जैसे कि एक यहाँ पे एक सिंपल एक स्लाइड शेयर किया है कि लाइफ सेवर्स अप्रोच, तो वो उसको आप वहाँ पे इम्प्लीमेंट करिए। जो मैं लाइफ सेवर्स अप्रोच में आपको सेवर्स से साइलेंस से शुरू किया ना, आपको
Yes.
साइलेंस टू द लास्ट वन इज रीडिंग एंड राइटिंग, तो आप इसको इम्प्लीमेंट करिए, तो अल्टीमेटली यू विल गेट द आंसर फॉर योर क्वेश्चंस। कहीं दूर जाने की जरूरत नहीं है। एंड इन दोज डेज और इन सच काइंड ऑफ मोमेंट आप यू कैन हैव सर्टेन मेंटर, है ना। लाइफ में कहीं ना कहीं मेंटर भी होना जरूरी है, और मेंटर ऐसा नहीं है कि वो मतलब हाइपोथेटिकल हो। मेंटर शुड बी जस्ट अपने जो नियरेस्ट हो, नियरेस्ट है, जैसे कि है ना कि कोई भी अपने से थोड़ा सीनियर है, या अपने गाइड्स हो सकते हैं, या ऐसे जो लगते हैं, तो ऐसे दिस काइंड ऑफ मेंटर we should have. And then because of that we can have patience or courage, patience as well. Already what kind of things we required, like a motivation, like a leadership and teamwork, ये तीनों चीजें आपको कंफर्ट जोन से ग्रोथ जोन तक लेके जाएगी मॉम। दैट इज व्हाट द टुडेज टॉपिक। तो ये तीनों चीजों को आपको किस तरीके से इंप्लीमेंट करना है फॉर योर पर्सनल डेवलपमेंट एज वेल, दैट ऑल्सो यू कैन थिंक। so this is what kind of solution I would like to suggest here.
Very well
Are you agree
explained.
with me?
Yes, sir. I
Yeah,
have
thank you ma'am.
already said very well explained by you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you. Again, any
Any more
questions?
question from participant?
Here I am just writing my mobile number for any queries or questions or any kind of discussions, है ना। So this is my WhatsApp number as well, 9175786330. You can have you can note down. Again, any question?
I think sir,
Okay,
there is no
okay.
question from
So
participant.
okay, thank
So
you.
okay, so sir, thank you for this lecture. Sir, in this lecture, you have thrown light on various aspects of entrepreneurship, such as motivation, leadership, teamwork, finance, and marketing management, using various stories and example. You told us a motivational story of a 12-year boy who sold a piece of cloth with three different prices just by applying innovative ideas. Again, you explained leadership by giving example of some movies such as Chak De India, Guru. Okay, and you shared your own theory of E square MC, and I think it is useful if you want to satisfied at the end of your job. That means at your retirement.
It's
So
wonderful.
it is applicable if you use this theory E square MC. Again, sir, in this lecture, you have motivated us using various phrases by Steve Jobs, Shiv Khera. That is, winners are not different, but they do think differently. And shared name of some motivational books also. Uh, you have very well explained how to manage stress, time management by giving your own examples. So, and sir, you are rightly said that and gave a take-home message with this lecture that there is need of KSA, that is knowledge, skill, and attribute to achieve successful at your workplace. So, thankful, sir, and thank to you for this informative, motivational, and inspirational talk. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, again, thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you, sir.
Thank you, sir, Ende sir, and thank you, Ittadwar sir, and the management of Gurunanak College of Pharmacy for inviting me, I think, thrice or fourth time. And really, I'm very much happy to have a session with Gurunanak College of Pharmacy. And again, have association with you all faculty members and all. So thank you.
Please remain connected, sir, please.
Definitely, definitely. And you, yeah, thank you. Have a nice time. Can I leave?
Yes, sir,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
sir, you can.
Yeah, thank you.
We will have a gap of 10 minutes and exactly at 12 we will be starting. Okay. Sir will come at 12 exactly.
okay, ma'am. So thank you very much.
Don't go anywhere, participants. Please, we'll be starting the session after 10 minutes.